I'm 74. I've been coming to Vladimir for 2 years and 4 months. 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Unfortunately, mine was metastatic because the doctors were unable to find the cancer doing normal, what's called truss biopsies, and that's using needles to try to find the cancer in the prostate. So by the time I got to the right doctor, I had metastatic cancer, meaning that it was not just in the prostate, but spreading. That's the kind of the background on how I got here. I have been an athlete all my life. I was an All-American cross-country runner in college. I won the Midwest Conference champion 2 years in a row. I became an All-American in the 60s and have run lots of marathons throughout my adult life. So I've never really been sick. But 3 years ago, I was sick. And I couldn't even get diagnosed properly in Atlanta. I had to go to a wonderful doctor in Chattanooga who figured out what was wrong, and we designed treatment, which included androgen deprivation therapy, which is devastating hormone therapy that I wish nobody would have to go through. I went through radiation, and then I went through brachytherapy, which is where radioactive seeds are put into the prostate. For somebody who's been a pretty healthy person, it was totally life-changing. On February 29th, 2 years ago, my dear friends and clients said, come to see Vladimir. So I did. And at that point, I was looking for anything to try to help me deal with what was a new situation for me. There was a lot of mental aspects to it because the hormone therapy does bad stuff to you, and it's life-changing. And I was 2 months into that before I came here for the first time. And when I came the first time, I immediately, for some reason, got a positive attitude. And I think the initial thing was, okay, I'm doing something for myself above and beyond what the doctors are doing. So that was the end of February. I started radiation, I think a week or two after that, and I had 32 sessions of targeted radiation, which is an ordeal to go through. And then right after that, I had to have the little operation to have seeds put in the prostate gland. So I had been through more medical stuff in that short period of time than I ever had in my life. So initially, I started coming here every week. And I can't remember exactly when things set in to get better, except that mentally I felt that, okay, now I'm doing something positive for myself that may be above and beyond. So I'm going every week. Now comes June 6th, and I had a PSA test, and that's the test for if you have prostate cancer. That's how you know how you're doing. Well, on June 6th, the prostate result came back undetectable, which is unbelievable. The next day, I went back to the oncologist, and he said, well, this is really a good result. Are you ready for your next shot? And I said, well, I'm making great progress here. I don't know why. I don't really understand how. It's making me feel better. Let me delay, because at that time, I was the master of ceremonies for my college reunion and had a lot going on. And so I said, I'm going to delay this shot for a month and see how things go. We got through the reunion. I did real well, even though I'm going through this therapy. And July 26th, this is 2 years ago, I had another PSA test. It came back undetectable. And the oncologist said, okay, let's take your shot. And I was hesitant. I let him do it this time. And it's a 3-month shot. So there's a lot of stuff going into you. And I probably, looking back on it, wouldn't have done that shot again. But anyway, so I kept up. It was still once a week. coming here, feeling better and better. I think if you look on my charts, I'm lifting more and more weight, and I'm managing to live and managing to get through the terrible hot flashes. And the androgen deprivation therapy does just horrible things to you. I won't even go into all of them, but not to mention lack of sleep and so forth. In October, it was time for my next PSA test, and it came back undetectable. So I was ecstatic. And so he said, "Are you ready for your next shot?" And I said, "No." And so I've not taken Lupron is what they give you. And I've not had a shot since then. And I've been undetectable for all that time. In fact, I had blood taken on Friday. I don't know the result, but knock on wood. So I belong to some prostate cancer support groups, and I began getting my buddies to come and do the treatment. And I think several of them came, and I think some still do come and recognize that whatever's going on here is something really, really positive. If I talk to people not familiar with it, I can't really explain what's going on. And so it's really hard to talk to people about it, and particularly if they don't have an open mind. And I do talk to the doctors about it, and they roll their eyes. All of them do. The oncologist, the general practitioner, all of them. As a result of the Lupron shots, I all of a sudden showed up with atrial fibrillation, which a very healthy guy all my life. And all of a sudden, I've got heart issues, which I have to take medicine for now. So that's just another thing that I had to go through that I really didn't bargain for. So anyway, I got everybody I know knows about Vladimir. Some of them think it makes sense to do it. Others probably don't. But I've been doing it for this long period of time. I now come every other week. And to me, it's an extremely positive thing to go through. My fingernails are so hard, I can barely cut them. I'm not kidding. I think that's the bone density part of it, which is probably easier to understand. What I don't understand is what is the connection between everything that's going on here. But I feel better. I'm managing my life, and hopefully I'm going to be going on like this for a long time.